Sorry. My students were making noise. My students were making noise instead of reading. Okay, it's better. How are you, my subscribers? I'm so happy to see you once more, and my name is SEFANIA MBUBA, and I'm a teacher of today. Today we are going to discuss a debate. I don't know which side are you, but debate says that day schools are better than boarding schools. Day schools are better than boarding schools. It's a debate, or as they do term the motion. I don't know which side are you. Okay. I'll be maybe in day school or be in a boarding school, and we are going to share something like we are going to discuss is a motion that many students do prefer to discuss it in school, and so the academic prefects they normally use it, and because it's somehow simple and it associates and reflects the real life of student. For instance, when you are giving this debate, you need to note in mind that despite many people claim that boarding schools are better than day schools, but for actual sense, there is a controversial idea, each person holding his own ideas. Others are claiming that day schools are better than boarding schools, and others saying that boarding schools are better than day schools. But as your teacher, I'm going to give you hints for both. I'll be giving you the advantages or the benefits of being in day schools, and also after that I should give you benefits of being in boarding schools. Maybe starting in the benefits of day schools. When you are a supporter of the motion that day schools are better than boarding schools, you should give or highlight the following hints. The first one, we should say, day schools students enjoy an enriching education and strong relationship with their parents. Do you understand? That's our first point. Day school students enjoy an enriching education and strong relationship with their parents. Why? Because always parents do support their children just to go to school, and when they are back, they might help them to do homework, just to do corrections, and sometimes they can use them the journey of education. That's the first point. And the second point is families are very much part of their children's ongoing daily education. Families are very much part of their children's ongoing daily education. This is the second point. You know why? It's because normally families are observing their children's on everyday doings or on everyday acts. That's why many people do prefer day schools. And the third one, you can say day school students are able to build the roots in their home community. For instance, when you are Maasai, now your student may be going to school, and when they are back, you teach how to prepare some medicine and other thing. Yeah, you are just teaching the roots. You are just teaching a foundation of your own community. Versus boarding school, a child might stay there, and sometimes you will find even a child don't know even there were customers, they don't know. It's something that is not good, no? So it's better sometimes you stay in day schools, because a child may be having some sort of roots to their community. That is just a third point. And the fourth one, you can say day schools gives more chance for the student to attend tuition. This is one of the best point. In day school, children are able to attend tuition. Do you go against me? Believe me, when you have a child and you send to school, when he or she back at home, it's possible you can take him to a certain tuition center and you can prepare a teacher who will be giving inspiring knowledge to him or her. Then so that is an enriching capability, but it is very difficult for a child who study in boarding school to attend tuition because there have been limited with some laws, situations, and some school regulations that is hard for him or her to attend a tuition. And the five one is like day schools give students freedom to vary their environment. Being to vary just to investigate, to invest time on academic and extracurricular. Just you can send your child to Shamba and know how to hold even a djembe, to hold what. So sometimes those children from Handizab and Tindiga, sometimes they normally teach students how to eat fruits, just how to hunt, and lion to hunt. Those and a lot of things. So it's like day schools give the freedom for the student to vary their environments. Also, in that freedom, you can say also students have freedom to form social groups while still forming life friendship with schoolmates. You know, the difference between students who started in boarding school and day school, normally those started in boarding school seems like an isolated entity. Normally they are themselves, they enjoy themselves, but those who stay schools, when they are back to home, they are having their friends, they form a social friend for just a lifetime. They form just social friend for lasting friends. So it's possible. It's possible. So it's better you send your child to day schools in order to have some social friends. But also another point you can say, day schools allows parents to provide continuous feedback to kids as they go through adolescence. Yes, the biggest problem. Students normally when they reach at the adolescent stage, they need a lot of care. They need a lot of care to their parents just to teach them on how they should behave, on how they should be mannered. It's like in boarding school, normally those students when they are on adolescent stage, it's possible for a child can stay doing some bad behaviors because the adolescent sometimes they get unnecessarily pregnant because if a girl just because they lack a knowledge on how to handle adolescent age. But having day schools also is possible for a student to be taught on how to handle those issues. And maybe the last point you can say, day schools are less costly than boarding school. Yes, it is true. When I have my kid and I send to school and I can take something like it is not costly more than being in boarding. Even school fees are contrary different. Even school fees are contrary different. However, they are in boarding school, they pay more than 100 millions and a shilling just to incur cost. It's too costly being boarding. That's why many people sometimes do prefer to stay in day school and they neglect those boarding schools by saying that it's school for those rich people and for those who have a manual way. Possible. That is when you are supporting the motion or proposing the motion. Those are the points you can mention and you can elaborate in that way that day school is better than boarding school. But for those who are opposing, they are giving advantages for a children's or for a student being in a boarding school. For instance, am I opposing now? I have changed my mindset from supporting the motion. Now I'm opposing the motion. Now I'm giving out the advantage or the merits of being in boarding school. For instance, I can say the first one, boarding school, it saves money on normal child expenses. It is possible. When you're in boarding school, children normally stay there. They're not back home. But when for those in day schools, they normally you'll give the bus fare to go to school and to back home. It's normal expenses. But when a child is there in boarding, normally they cook porridge, they just prepare yogurt, they cook rice there, they cook meat, and they mix with water for just they fetch water in there. So if possible, then it saves money on a normal child expenses. It's true, all of course covered by boarding fees. You pay boarding fees, all normal child expenses are covered there. But when you are in daycare school or you are in a day schools, you will suffer the cost. And you will see, normal at morning, you will see a child knocking the door. Hey, Dad, I need some money for bus fare. I need some money for buy vitumbuas, mandas, and biscuits. And you have seen it. So somehow it's like, yes, somehow disturbances. Oh, pardon, sorry. And the second one that makes parents free from dealing with daily transportation to school and activity. It's true, I have said that boarding school make parents be free or be saved from those transportation fees and others. And another point you can say, it offers many opportunities to interact with a diverse of people. It is true, when a child is on boarding, it is true they can learn behavior from different friends. It's possible that in boarding, normally there are collection of, in geography we say an ecumen, that is a collection of different people, either from Maasai, from Chaga, from Kenya, sometimes from America, sometimes from Indonesia, and sometimes from Tunisia, Malaysia, and other places in Mozambique, Angola, and it's possible from Malawi, from Uganda, and other places. They can unite together, sitting on board. Now they could be sharing each other. They could be exchanging the lifestyles of their parents at home. So from now that a child may just accelerate his or her understanding that, oh, in our home we used to live like this, but other people are living like this way. So that is what we say, just offers many opportunities to interact, for the student to interact with a diverse group of people. Yes, but another point we can say, boarding school develop powerful bonds with each other. Yeah, it's true, they are living together, they work out together, and they normally share together. Other people they do share. If maybe you don't have an old for body and you find a child just requesting to friends, they close, they build a friendship. That is what to do. So a child when he is in boarding school, it is possible that may understand how to live, may understand how to live, because it normally there build a powerful bond, a strong bond, that I'm having my friend coming from Malaysia, I'm having a friend coming from Malawi, I'm having from coming from Pale community, I'm having friend coming from Mara, I'm having my friend from Nyamwezi land, and other places from Dar es Salaam, and from Ndali there, Ileje Songwe, from other places, from Nyakyusa there, from Kandete and Mwakaleli, Mwasanga, and other places. You can find that a child is building a powerful bond with that. So another point you can say, it accelerates or inculcate children's discipline and increase punctuality. Because you know why? Increase punctuality and discipline because the child is endowed with a school timetable there. And when a bell rings, a child should be in class. Serious. When a bell rings, a child should be in class. Eh? Bell rings the time for lunch. Bell rings the time for breakfast. Bell rings the time to sleep. It's like the time for prep or just night session and night preparation. This is for remedial class and the other things. So a child become punctual and very serious. For actual sense, or in a simple language, you can say a child learn how to respect timetable, school timetable, and individual timetable. A child may respect, but it's contrary for a child in daycare because normally when the evening session, they normally back home and they do other things from there with their parents, contrary different to a child saying just in boarding school. That is possible. And another point, the sixth point, we can say boarding school allow a child to become confident and self-dependent. Have you seen? This is because other children, when they are at home, they do not have the confidence even to express for themselves. They don't have self-confidence. They cannot stay and talk to mass. They not stay and talk to the friend. They are in a position they cannot even express themselves when he or she is having a problem. You'll say, waiting that maybe at evening I'm going to tell my mom or my papa. That is how they are doing. But something that is different for children who are staying in boarding. Normally they have self confidence and they build self-dependent. They know that when I have a soap, maybe I can stay until maybe it might stay until the last week of my day when I have just oil and I've been given, so they know how to balance in toothbrush and toothpaste. They know how to keep it safe and they know how to express themselves. That is the benefit of staying in a boarding school. And seventh point, you can say in boarding school, children enjoy more extracurricular and sports activities. It is true. When you are staying in boarding as a student, you enjoy an extracurricular. You enjoy an extracurricular. And sports and game are there. You can just to having a lot of games. You can collaborate with your friends, and it's possible that honestly for a child staying day school may use 5 to 7 hours on school, something that can not give him or her good vibe like those on boarding. On boarding, they have a good vibe. They're enjoying just to, I mean, having a swimming pool and doing a lot of things. It's possible. So on my side, I can prefer also that it's better for a child staying in boarding schools. And another point you can say boarding schools allow students or children to focus better on academics. It is true. Assume in a day school, a teacher may provide take-home an assignment. It is possible when you are in school. A child can provide take a home assignment. Now you reach home. If you're in a day school, you reach home with that take-home assignment. Then you phone your mom and papa just assign you an extra activity that maybe Asha, you need to go to the shamba, or you need to be with your young brother and young kiddos. Like you are carrying him, you are just being together. You need to cook on the kitchen, you need to do a lot of things. So you found that until the midnight you are tired and your brain cannot focus on what to do. That's a problem now. Now you wake up in the morning, you do done that assignment. You go to school, a teacher may fragile and give you punishment. So that is the point that is the disadvantage of day school. But when you are staying in a boarding school, you are not sure that when I have been given an assignment, it's possible and I rest maybe at evening, maybe after dinner, I wanna stay and perform my take-home assignment, or you can discuss with your friend and you go to done for your own. So that is better. Now you stay in it's better you stay in boarding school, because it's very hard to get a free time in day school. Not all parents know the meaning of take home assignment. Either you found that you reach at home, they are so busy giving you, assigning you, hey, go and take cows from there and bring them inside. Just prepare somewhat a lot of things. Just take care for your young brother inside. Go and cook. So the biggest problem now is being some tiresome of the brain. It's a problem, no? That is biggest problem. Now, the last point, but not the least, there are a lot, but on my preparation, my lesson preparation, I would say children attain peace and mindfulness in boarding school. It is true. Boarding school gives a child the freedom and peace, but in the school, some parents are so tiresome, I have said, and always the quarrels among themselves that disturb the mind of the child and de-accelerate the rate of academic performance. Maybe I can give you an example. Assume you are a student. You go at home and you find your papa and mama they are fighting. Now you cannot have a time even to read, because that could be having a conscious memory, and you include in the memory you are thinking, why just papa beat mama now, or why mama beat papa? So it's like in a position you can be thinking so much, and you cannot have a time even to reason so much. That is biggest problem, and you can think in a point that you start dating, and just you are running away, you do not attend the school, or you attend the school and you are sleeping because of the noise at night between mama and papa. Now that is a problem. So from this motion you can decide yourself which side are you, just to take your kid to boarding school or to day school. You just discuss. And this is among of the motion I was discussing to my friend such a Ramenda, asked me to differentiate it, or just to support the motion, but I decided to argue for against, because sometimes I do like boarding school more than day school, because I'm the man. Just in an ordinary level I passed, and my papa sent me to, it was like a day school, but when I joined the advanced level, my papa also wanted to send me to day school, but my mama refused that a child should remain in boarding school. I was so happy. And when I joined university, I come to realize that being in boarding school is so good. Just you are enjoying your friends side, you just doing a lot of things, discussing, sharing idea. It's possibly even when I was there in university, and I found a lot of my friends just having accompanies Mr. Lucas Taylor, just born there, a lot of Mbaga and other friends. We are there enjoying and we are sharing a lot of things. So we come to realize it's better. It's better and it's very good for a way to stay in that way. So thank you. So matter now to discuss at the end of the session. Students may discuss. Thank you a lot.